welcome back to my channel. It's Janet, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can let you know when I upload a new video. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you for all of the likes, the comments, and sharing my videos. It really does help my channel grow, so welcome back. All right, good morning everybody. Today I am going to be sharing with you a new and exciting recipe. Actually, one of my subscribers had challenged me to try this recipe, so I thought, what the heck, I am going to try it. And that is going to be a McDonald's apple pie dupe, and I'm going to be making it with the protein sparing modified fast bread as kind of like the pie shell, I guess you would say. So let's get started on that. First, we are going to be starting with our chayotes. So I have two chayotes here that I am going to, this time I'm going to peel, cut up, and I am going to take out the insides as well too. And then I'll show you in a minute, I have actually some water in a saucepan. And what I am going to do with that, as mentioned from a subscriber as well, is I am going to add some cinnamon tea to that water to give extra flavor for my chayote. So let's get started on that. I'm super excited for this recipe. I hope it all turns out, because that would be amazing if I can get a dupe for the McDonald's apple pies. Let's get started. All right, so I am just quickly going to peel these and take out the middle and then cut it into smaller pieces so I can throw it in my saucepan. I had put 2 bags of the apple cinnamon tea in the saucepan with the hot water. And so I decided to do that first, and then I will add all of the diced chayotes afterwards. So let's do that.
Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination. You're far.
All right, so I am just gonna put this in my saucepan. I will show you guys in a second, but the tea is pretty much all done, so I'm gonna add these and then boil them all up. All right, so here is the chayote in the tea mixture. Like I said, I used 2 tea bags of the apple cinnamon. So I'm just gonna let that boil and soften for however long it takes. I think last time it took about 20 minutes, half hour, but I will check back with you when that is all done. But I'm gonna wait to make my bread as well too, because this will take a while and I don't want my bread to be all ready to go and then it fall while I'm still waiting for this. So let's, we will do our bread, and this should be done in the next clip. All right, so this is starting to simmer, and I actually mashed it just a little bit because some of the chunks were fairly big, and I might mash it again in a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I am going to add some of my golden Lakanto sugar and some cinnamon, and then I'm going to boil that down in this saucepan just so that it gives more flavor to the filling. All right, so I'm just still continuing to boil it, but I put 1.5 tablespoons of the golden Lakanto monk fruit, and I also added some cinnamon in there. Now what I'm going to do while it's boiling is I am going to add I think about 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum to get this mixture thickened up, and then I'm actually going to let this completely cool. And then later on, I'm going to get started on my protein sparing modified fast bread in order to assemble all of these. All right, so I have added in the xanthan gum. So I'm just stirring it. What I did is while it was boiling, I sprinkle it on top and then I whisk it really, really quickly. And this looks like a perfect consistency for the apple pie filling. So I'm gonna let this completely cool, and then we will get started on our bread. And this will be our filling, and we will see how this will all turn out. So I will see you guys in the next clip, probably in a few hours, and then we'll make our bread and start assembling the apple pies. All right, so it is like 3 or 4 hours later. I had to go and get my hair trimmed. So my hairdresser just ended up straightening it a little bit. I'm recording another video, so you probably would have seen this already in the previous video. But I'm back home now. My apple filling is completely cooled off and it looks perfect for the consistency, but I am going to make my protein sparing modified fast bread right now. I always have the recipe that I use in the description for my new followers, for my new subscribers, you guys. So I'm quickly going to make that, and then my oven is preheated to 325. So everything should be ready to go. And then what I'm going to be using is, I have washed my new huge cookie sheet that Lana had given me. I put down the silicone mats, and then I put down the mesh. There's 8 in here, and I think this is what I'm going to be using for my apple pies. It's just kind of the circular one. So that is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to spray this really, really good as well too. But first, let's make our bread. So what I usually do is, like I've said in most of my videos when I make this bread, is I just kind of fold it in. All right, and then this is the filling. It turned out perfect. So it's the good consistency. So I will write it in the description, the amounts and everything that I use to make this. And then I just have a cookie little scoop here that I'm going to put the filling in the middle. But first, let's do the bottom of our apple pies. And I'm just going to put this all on the bottom layer for all of these. I'm going to make them fairly thin. I'm not going to make them thick by any means. So I'm just going to do that, and then we will do the filling next. All right, I got the bottoms done. I tried to do kind of like a little crater as well too, so that it's a little bit easier for the apple pie filling. So I'm just going to start out with 1 scoop full in each. And then I'll see if I have enough for another scoop for each of them, or like a half a scoop, but I just want to make sure that I have enough for all of them first. That one was just a half a scooper. All right, there we go. So I still do have a little bit left, so I'm just going to top up them all just a little tiny bit here. There we go. I have a good feeling about these, you guys. I think these are going to be amazing. All right, so I'm just going to flatten this out a little bit. And then what I am going to do is I'm just going to cover them as well so that they have a top, and then this filling will be on the middle. And then we will put them in the oven. So I will catch you guys in the next clip when this is all done with the tops, and then I'm ready to put them in the oven. All right, so that is all of the toppings. I made the top fairly thin layer as well. I have a little bit, which I'm probably gonna make like 1 or 2 buns just in my little red bun ones, just because I obviously want to utilize all of it. But what I'm going to do, if you guys remember, it's been a long time since I've had a McDonald's apple pie, but they have like a cinnamon sugar on top, right? So I'm just gonna do my mixture of the cinnamon and my golden Lakanto again, and then I'm just gonna mix that up and put that on the top. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the top, and then I think I might put a little bit mixed with butter on the top. Maybe that would work out better because I feel like this would maybe burn. Should I do it on top after? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it on top after it comes out of the oven. Actually mix it with a little bit of butter, melt it, and then brush it on them. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm putting this in a 325-degree oven. Probably, you guys, I'm only gonna put it in there for like 12 or 15 minutes. Our apple pies are almost done, so I just took 2 tablespoons of butter and melted it in the microwave, and I will pan the camera down. But I was thinking, this recipe that I'm sharing with you guys today is protein sparing modified fast friendly, okay? Adding this butter will make it keto. Now, you know, you do you with the dairy on your protein sparing modified fast days. I've always mentioned everybody has their own journey that they're following and what's working, what's not working. But just keep in mind that you can keep this strictly protein sparing modified fast bread and just put the cinnamon and the brown sugar mixture on top like I was going to do. But I decided that I'm going to do the butter and mix it with the sugar and then brush it on top. So let's mix up that mixture. All right, I have 2 tablespoons here of butter, and then I have the golden Lakanto sugar with some cinnamon in here, and I'm just gonna mix it all together. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how this turns out, and it's gonna be pretty buttery, I think, but that's gonna be okay. And then, like I said, what you guys can do if you don't want to mix it with the butter, just mix your brown sugar and your cinnamon and put it on top. But I am going to brush this on each of them for the little sugar coating, okay? All right, let's take it out of the oven. All right, I'm not gonna leave those in there for 10 minutes because I kind of want them to be flatter. So this was left in for 15 minutes. Exactly 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let them cool. I'm gonna put my drizzle on top and then we'll go from there. I think those are done. They look really, really good though. So I'm just gonna brush these on top and then let them completely cool. Like I'm talking probably like an hour or so before I even think about taking these out. All right, so I'm just gonna finish this and then like I said, I'm gonna let them cool. And I will see you guys in the next clip when we take them out and see how they turn out, you guys. All right, so it has been, I would say it's probably been about 40 minutes to let these cool. I'm gonna take them out of the mesh liners here and put them on my cooling rack. And then we'll see how hot they are. I might be able to taste one right away. But these are coming out super, super easy out of here. But I think it's just because, like, you know, the filling inside, and I did leave it a little bit thinner because I didn't want to have a thick apple pie either, right? Like, the apple pies from McDonald's aren't that thick. I think these are going to be done perfectly. So I put in a little less of the allulose as well. Because sometimes, you know what, the allulose throws me off. It's just necessarily mainly for browning. So I just didn't want to put too much allulose because then I'm worried that it's burning and I leave it in too long. So that's why maybe they don't look as dark as maybe yours will turn out. I just wanted to let that be known because that's really the only purpose of the allulose is to darken it. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, these look absolutely amazing. All right, let me put all my dirty dishes aside, and you know what? I think we're gonna taste one of these because they feel awfully cool. So let's taste one. All right, I am actually going to put my hair up because I feel like it's just getting in the way now. I don't know, sometimes it's like, I do wear my hair down quite often, but sometimes if I have my hair down too often, especially when I'm eating, I just don't like that because then I feel like it gets everywhere and I just don't like it. So put my hair up and let's give this a taste. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm hoping that these taste good. All right, So they're still a bit warm, but you know, I think they're done perfectly. All right, this is them. Let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh, you guys. I hope you can see that. That is, it tastes amazing. It tastes so much like a McDonald's apple pie. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's so good. This is way better. Like, I had made that apple crisp. This is so much better, you guys. Like, absolutely delicious. So it is like, because of the filling, I'm just gonna set this down. Because of the apple pie filling, I feel like the bottom, I probably could have cooked it a few minutes longer, not like a huge long time, but the filling is kind of like because I had it so thin as well too, right? You can kind of see like how thin I actually had it, but that's the only thing. I'd probably cook it like 18 minutes instead of 15 minutes. Totally up to you guys. All right, I am going to figure out the macros per apple pie, and then I will put them all on the screen right now. This was actually pretty easy to figure out the macros because I did pretty much utilize the whole entire recipe for 2, 4, 8. 8 apple pies is what this made, plus I made this one lonely bun. And I had some left over, so I ended up just making a hamburger bun with that. But it's gonna be pretty easy to figure out the macros, so I will figure that out. But you guys, this is going to be an excellent treat on your protein sparing modified fast days. And like I said, if you do use that butter, you know, I know it's 2 tablespoons, I know it's dairy, but if you use 2 tablespoons per 8 servings, the macros probably work out fairly good. I'm gonna include the butter with my macros that I have on the screen. But if you left it out, like I said, it would really cut down on the fat. So really good, you guys. Make sure you give it a try. And let me know if you give it a try, and make sure that you share a picture on my Facebook page. I always have that link down in the description as well. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe. This is such a keeper of a recipe. I can't believe how good they turned out, you guys. Like I said, I haven't had a McDonald's apple pie, I bet you like 3+ years. So this was absolutely amazing to have. Highly recommend giving it a try yourself. Super easy to make. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.